So, The Last of Us, a very interesting adaptation of the popular video game, is coming to us soon on HBO. And guess who also is back? Heel versus the Babyface, or AZ as Nerdrotic. But like some people, I was kind of puzzled that he's been away for a while. But he's returned, and of course, he's returned with a lot of stupidity and bigotry. But I am going to be nice. I will agree halfway. There are legit concerns with how they're casting and doing TLOU.
Thrones, and Bella Ramsey had Game of Thrones. So it was kind of like a populist choice, maybe, as opposed to did they really suit the roles? Who knows? Who knows? And then let's have a look at the Quarterings tweet from last night. So this is Sarah from the video game. This is Joel's daughter, who's tragically killed at the beginning. It's not really a big spoiler. She's killed right at the beginning of the game. When the outbreak happens, a soldier accidentally shoots her. This is Sarah. In The Last of Us TV show. Now, I'm just so tired of this shit. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Why did they have to do this? Why did they have to cast a
So the basic gist is that a daughter character of Joel, I believe, will now be played by an African American girl or teenager, but in the game, canonically, she's Caucasian, and Joel is Caucasian. So he's at least half right there that there does seem to be a race swap and that could bring in lore issues. But he doesn't point out to what the major lore issues are. He just says, oh, they changed them. And he doesn't like Pablo Pascal because he's a more liberal, quote, left activist. Okay. And I'm waiting for the actual reason to be concerned. But he did point out that this is a bit of a celebrity casting because we've got Bella and we've got Pablo, and both of them were on Game of Thrones. And there is definitely a Game of Thrones factor. Now, I don't think that's telling me very much. Just because a Game of Thrones person is in X or Y doesn't tell me it's going to be good or bad. Like Sophie was in one of the last X-Men films. That thing was horrendously bad. And I don't like Sophie Turner, but even in her case, I don't think she made it bad. She didn't help, but her being there did not single-handedly make it the worst thing of all time. And then there's things I like Eternals, that had a few Game of Thrones people. I would still admit Eternals has some flaws. It needed a lot of work. It didn't make or break the film to have the Game of Thrones people. So it could be, yeah, they got lazy. They want to use the Game of Thrones aura or the popularity of that fan base and tap into the people who liked Pablo as the Viper and Bella as Lady Mormont and use that, quote, factor to get TLOU some popularity. Maybe that's what happened. But again, who cares? I mean, a celebrity can be a good actor, and a good actor can be a celebrity. A bit of a concern, I agree, but that doesn't tell me necessarily it's going to be bad. But I would agree, maybe they did some laziness on the cast. When you do a race swap, that should be a red flag. I don't think the idea of making the High Evolutionary black is a good idea. I don't think the idea of making Wonder Man black is a good idea. But gotta be patient, wait and see. I am very skeptical about Captain America. I don't think that's going to be very good. And then when he tries to provide more information, it turns out to be really spectacularly stupid, and even more stupid than his racism earlier.
Inept. I have no doubt whatsoever. No doubt. Prove me wrong. The Last of Us TV show is going to be woke, nihilist, misery porn is the only way that I can describe it, with a dreary cast that's been literally put together to tick boxes because Hollywood is fucked in the head.
Okay, so now the problem is that TLOU will be miserable and nihilistic, and it being nihilistic makes it woke. Well, as you can see, I don't respect the heel versus babyface very much. I don't think he's very intelligent. He's definitely not a deep philosopher. So I'm gonna have to ask the simple, stupid question: what the fuck are you talking about? Do you understand what nihilism is? Do you really know what nihilism means at all? Nihilism just means the denial of transcendental values. That's it. That's all it means. It's a very complicated philosophy, but why would it, having that inclusion of that philosophy make something woke? I mean, I saw Rambo Last Blood. That was very miserable. I guess you could call that misery porn. It was very nihilistic. I mean, Rambo loses everything. He's lost his friends, he's lost Troutman, and in that film, he loses, quote, a daughter he adopted, and he goes into his usual rage and kills and destroys everything. That thing was misery all over the place. I wouldn't call it woke. It was very, very right wing. So I'm not clear what you mean by woke. I need a little bit more than this. So far, I'm getting that TLOU will be bad because it has the celebrities and they like the left wing politics. Right. Stallone is a very right wing guy. He's a celebrity. He's also a very good actor. Now, I think the Rambos have been a little erratic, but I say the Rocky series was pretty strong. He's still a right wing guy. He seems to be a Republican. So, what? Why would that matter? And Rambo Last Blood had a very sad ending. Why would that make it woke? So there are definitely legit complaints you can make about TLOU and what's going to happen, but these are the worries of certain part of the fandom. I foresee that TLOU will actually be pretty good. He's calling this a train wreck, but maybe it is. But so far, he's not giving me good reasons to think it will be a train wreck. I suspect he's just putting out his usual clickbait nonsense. Definitely some concerns the casting may have been lazy in a few places. And definitely with a race swap, there's always going to be questions about why they're doing it, but I don't know. You've only voiced at least one good half complaint, and that's about it.